Hi guys, so for this second video I thought we'd take a look at something slightly different, namely how to overcome some of the problems involved in macro photography or close-up photography with a HTC phone. Again, I've got my Sensation here, this time with the standard Sense 3.6 ROM installed. But if you have a HTC phone with Sense 3 or above, then all of the settings that I'm going to play with here you'll have available as well. If you've got an older version of Sense or an older phone, you might have to double check, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, as you can probably see in front of me here, I've got a fairly low contrast background and a little rabbit in the foreground, and the camera is constantly trying to refocus on it. Not successfully, I might add as well. And this afternoon I had to take some pictures for our intranet, and one of the things that they really wanted was a picture of a bee on a daffodil for the spring theme. And if you've ever tried to do that, you'll know just how difficult it can be. The camera is constantly trying to refocus on a flower as it's blowing in the wind. It has a tendency to lock onto the background instead of the flower. So after about 5 minutes I gave up and sat down to see if I could find out whether or not there was a simple way of getting around the problem. And I actually found an extremely simple solution. It's a bit of an embarrassingly simple one, but sometimes they're the best. What we need to do first of all is go to the settings menu and disable autofocus. And the reason we're doing that is to stop the lens from constantly trying to refocus on a subject as it moves. These screens are actually quite a high resolution and large, so it's not a problem of being able to see whether something is actually in focus. It's getting the camera to focus and stay there all the time. Alright, so now we've disabled autofocus, what we're going to do is take something like a newspaper and establish where you want the focusing distance to be. Now I'm just going to choose the length of my finger, for example. It'll focus quite well on the text here. If you have trouble with it, just go to the scenes mode and enable macro or close-up mode. And that will tell the camera to look a bit closer to the frame to take the to establish focus. So disable autofocus, lock onto a subject, and then what you'll see is there's absolutely no problem. You can judge yourself whether it's in focus and then simply tap on the photo button, the capture button, to take the picture. You can see quite well, take the shot, and it's done with. Now if you want to do it a bit quicker, what you can also do is go back to the settings menu again and disable the review duration. And at that point it's quite easy to take one shot and keep repeating it. I don't know what that is, but we'll take a picture of it anyway. So if you're trying to take a picture of a flower that's blowing around, you can quickly keep retaking them. Of course, depending on your phone, the speed of those captures might differ, but if you're using one of the brand new phones when they come out, like the HTC One, then the ability to hold your finger on the capture button will be especially useful. Alright, well I hope that helped, and if you have any other questions or ideas for videos, just drop me a line. Thanks for watching.